just what he was looking for. He got close enough and we missed it, but Senna must have had a real go then, and there's still a car in front of them.
Mansell was destined not to finish the Australian Grand Prix, and that's exactly the same situation for Ayrton Senna that he was in the previous year with his left wheel, and Mansell is furious. You have destroyed my opportunity of winning the 10th Grand Prix of the year, and Ayrton Senna, with Nigel Mansell's body language saying a mixture of resignation and fury, and that is, well, Senna stalks away.
And what a pity for the race to finish like that, particularly for Nigel Mansell, who one would have to say was the innocent party in that. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that. It happened so quickly, I found it difficult to see. Well, here we go. Now, Senna was trying to take advantage of the back marker situation. He tries to get inside Mansell. He loses the back of his car, and Nigel Mansell, absolutely the innocent party in that. Ayrton Senna really sticking his neck out, going for it. And what a pity that the race should finish in that way.
It was a fantastic battle between yourself and Senna while it was happening. You can't judge from outside what happened. You can judge from inside what happened. What's your view?
I think it's a great disappointment, because it was a fabulous race, but he gave notice, I think, in the early opening laps that, you know, he was prepared to sort of be kamikaze. Because if you remember, on the one lap he overtook me and had no way of stopping for the corner at the hairpin at the end of the straight, and then I retook him back on the inside. And then I sort of, we exchanged fastest laps, and we were pulling away from Ricciardo, and I managed to get 1.6 seconds, I think, in front, which was, you know, you're only taking 1/10 of a time out per lap by doing a really hard lap. Because, you know, as I predicted, the McLaren and the Honda combined with Ayrton here and Gerhard, Bis Gerhard went on to win, was very formidable. And the disappointment was that, you know, we came up on traffic, which should have been sort of normal, and we got through the first bit of traffic, but then Ayrton, let's give him a benefit of the doubt, but it's obviously he made a very sort of serious mistake, and, you know, just took me straight out. I mean, I wasn't even expecting it, and I had a big thump up the back, and that was it. Race was over.
Well, he is well known for adopting extremely forceful tactics when he wants to get through traffic. But when I was watching that, I was put in mind of the Monaco Grand Prix this year, where you came in for a tyre change, you stormed out, you caught him. Now, you were swarming all over his gearbox for lap after lap in one of the most exciting race ends I've ever seen. How can you keep off and him not keep off?
Well, I mean, that's a question for him, isn't it, really? But what I would say from my own point of view is that, I mean, at Monte Carlo is a very good example that you picked. He was even brake testing me in places you don't brake. And, you know, it's a responsibility of the driver behind to keep in control and try not to sort of make contact. And at Monte Carlo we demonstrated that could be done, and there were several times that I could have run into the back of him quite easily. But, you know, I don't want to win a race that way or even cause an accident, because you don't know who's going to come off worse anyway. But, I mean, it was obviously that he was pushing extremely hard very early in the race. There was another 60-something laps to go. And I find that, you know, a little bit disappointing, to use the word again, because it was a fabulous race. There was nothing between the cars, really. And, you know, it could have been, you know, one of the best races of all the year.
Do you even know that he has said that you braked much earlier than you normally did into that corner?
Well, I think Ayrton has got to say something, because Ayrton doesn't make mistakes, does he? But I think, as we just described in Monte Carlo, it's the responsibility of the driver behind. I was the driver behind at Monte Carlo, and you know, I think I fulfilled my role there, and I didn't have any contact. And you know, I think Ayrton just basically made a very bad mistake and was going too quick into that corner. And he says his brakes were much better than mine. Well, why didn't he stop then? You know, I mean, it's quite it's one of those things.